The sun is painting gold across the blacktop highway wide. She's right there beside me, Lord, my compass and my guide. We started on this journey with a Bible and a prayer, two hearts on a faithful road, no doubt about who brought us there. I've seen the road grow narrow, and I've seen it stretch out long. I've seen the weather hit us with a cold and bitter song. But every mile we've traveled, Lord, has only proved one thing: love riding down a faithful road, it carries everything. The engine hums a hymn, it seems, the sunset lights our wildest dreams, and every mile marker says God is faithful all our days. Love riding down a faithful road, with Jesus lifting every load, the sunset burning up ahead every mile, His mercy spread. Love riding down a faithful road, two hearts carrying one beautiful load, to the God who paved the way we go. Love riding down a faithful road. We pulled off at the rest stops when the weariness set in, when the road felt like it never had an ending or begin. And we'd bow our heads together in that battered pickup seat, and the Lord would fill the tank again. Lord can't be beat. She reaches for my hand without me asking, always knows when the faithful road gets heavy and my confidence grows low. And her touch reminds me, baby, God is still right here. Love riding down a faithful road, no need to fear. The engine hums a hymn, it seems, the sunset lights our wildest dreams, and every mile marker says God is faithful all our days. Love riding down a faithful road, with Jesus lifting every load, the sunset burning up ahead every mile, His mercy spread. Love riding down a faithful road, two hearts carrying one beautiful load, to the God who paved the way we go. Love riding down a faithful road. Lord, we don't know every turn ahead, we don't know every hill or valley wide, but we know the one who paved this road and put this love right by our side. So we'll keep on riding faithful strong, with the sunset leading all day long. Love on a faithful road never ends, it just turns toward heaven round the bend. Love riding down a faithful road, with Jesus lifting every load, the sunset burning gold and free. Love riding down a faithful road, just God and you and me, riding home on a faithful road. Count the miles the way some people count their blessings slow. each one a little gift that only faithful travelers know. And the best ones come at evening when the sun begins to fall, painting every highway mile in gold from wall to wall. She's got her window cracked and her dark hair in the wind. The last light of the sunset catches everything and then makes her look like something that no camera could contain. The loving soul beside me in the sunset, Lord, again. Sunset miles with a loving soul. Every mile, Lord, makes me whole. With the golden light between us and the road that God has seen us through. Sunset miles with a loving soul. The most beautiful road I'll ever know is the one that stretches out with you. Sunset miles, God's evening golden truth. We don't rush these sunset miles. We've learned to let them breathe, to let the amber linger and the golden overstay its lead. Because tomorrow's miles will come and ask for something new. But tonight, these sunset miles belong to me and you. She says, do you think heaven has a highway in the sky? I say, baby, every sunset is God's answer to that why. He's showing us a preview of the beauty up ahead. Sunset miles with a loving soul, our heaven's daily bread. Sunset miles with a loving soul. Every mile, Lord, makes me whole. With the golden light between us and the road that God has seen us through. Sunset miles with a loving soul. The most beautiful road I'll ever know is the one that stretches out with you. Sunset miles, God's evening golden truth. Every sunset mile we've ridden side by side has been a holy chapter in this God-led ride. And I'd drive 1,000 more if everyone turned gold. Sunset miles with a loving soul, a story to be told. Through every road, through every turn, through every rising grade. The loving soul beside me is the best thing God has made. Sunset miles with a loving soul. Every mile, Lord, makes me whole. With the golden light between us, sunset miles, I'll ride with you forever. God's golden miles, forever true. There's a place I've come to know out on the county line, where the dirt road meets the sunset and the whole world feels like mine, where the wildflowers lean toward evening and the crickets start to sing, and the sky turns into something I can't explain, just everything. I took her there on purpose on a warm September eve, because I'd found the place where romantic roads and heaven weave together into something that the ordinary misses, where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, and all it is blaze. Where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, Lord, you've made the most beautiful place, where love and faith converge together under golden amber evening weather. Where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, we found each other face to face in the intersection of the sacred and the sweet, where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, complete. Stood there in the evening with the light behind her hair, and the grace of God was littering, hanging in the air. It wasn't just a moment, it was 20 years in making, every road of faith that led to this sweet scene and taking our breath away together as the sunset kissed the hill, and God whispered in the amber air, "Here, be still." This is where I always planned to bring your love tonight, where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, His perfect sight. You can search 1,000 highways, you can drive 1,000,000 miles, but the road where love meets heaven is the one worth all the trials. It's not found on any map, but God knows exactly where it leads, where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, is where the heart finds all it needs. Where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, Lord, right here face to face, where love and faith converge together under golden amber evening weather, where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, we found each other face to face in the intersection of the sacred and the sweet, where romantic roads meet heaven's grace, complete.
Put the pedal to the floor on a Friday afternoon, with the sunset right in front of us, like a big old harvest moon. She's reading Psalms aloud because the radio went out, and her voice is better music than anything with doubt. We've been faithful on this highway, Lord, since the very start. Two hearts beat in different rhythms, but with one connected heart. And the open highway stretches like a promise from above. Faithful hearts wide open, living in His love. Faithful hearts on the open highway, trusting God from Monday through to Sunday. With the wind at our backs and the sun going down, faithful hearts, we're heaven bound. Faithful hearts on the open highway, no detour can lead these hearts astray. When the road is long and the night draws near, faithful hearts, the Lord is here. We've seen the engine smoke on a lonely stretch of road. We've seen the rain come sideways when we're carrying the load. But faithful hearts don't quit when the conditions aren't ideal. Faithful hearts just pray right through and trust the Lord to heal. And every time we thought the highway had no end in sight, God put another sunrise or a sunset burning bright to remind us He's still guiding and the road is His alone. Faithful hearts on the open highway, heading home. Faithful high open hearts, that's where every great love starts, with a willingness to go where only God and faith can know. Faithful hearts won't fear the road, faithful hearts won't drop the load. God drives the faithful hearts that say, here we are, Lord, lead the way. On the open highway, sunset burning, Lord, lead the way. Faithful hearts, open highway, His road. Before the dew is lifted off the old blacktop road, before the world starts calling with its daily heavy load, we take the morning road together, just the two of us, with coffee in the console and complete and total trust in the God who painted both the morning and the night, who put the promise in the sunrise and the sunset light. And every morning road we travel feels like something new, a promise wrapped in gold and asphalt, Lord, for me and you. Morning roads and promises of love sent down every sunrise from above. Every mile of morning is a grace. Every road His mercy paved new place. Morning roads and promises of love, two hearts lifted like the morning dove. Whatever this new day is gonna bring, morning roads and promises, everything. She says, I made a promise to you at the altar years ago, and every morning when the road opens up, I want you to know I make it again before the sunrise fades to noon. I'm yours completely, God, and you, Lord, not too soon. He says the morning road reminds me to begin again, to choose her like I chose her, and to honor how and when. God placed her in my world as more than I had planned. Morning roads and promises, Lord, take our hand. Lamentation says the mercies new each morning rise, and every morning road we travel underneath the skies is a new mercy, a new promise, a new gift from above. Morning roads are just God's daily promises of love. Drive them with your windows down, drive them with your heart in praise. Morning roads and promises of love will carry you through all your days. Morning roads and promises of love, every sunrise sent from up above. Morning roads and promises of love, morning roads, every morning road. He picks up the old guitar when the sun begins to set, when the day has done its damage and the work clothes are still wet. And he plays the only language that can say what words can't hold, guitar songs for a faithful soul, more precious than the gold. She stops what she is doing when she hears the opening chord, because she knows that music is the way he seeks the Lord. And in the evening amber, with a pick worn smooth and thin. He plays the gospel that he carries deep within. Guitar songs for a faithful soul, making broken hearts feel whole, playing praises to the setting sun. Worship doesn't stop when the day is done. Guitar songs for a faithful soul, filled with faith and love beyond control. Lord, receive this music from these hands, guitar songs for a faithful soul. Your plans. He learned the chords from Daddy on a summer porch in June, and the hymns that filled that evening are still carrying their tune. Through the decades and the heartbreaks and the harvest and the rain, the guitar songs of a faithful soul remain. She hums along beside him with her eyes half closed in rest, and together in the evening they give God their very best. Not a concert, not a stage, just a porch and dying light. The guitar songs for a faithful soul this summer night. If you've never heard a countryman play his heart out to the Lord in the closing of the evening with the worn out holy chord, then you've missed the purest worship that this side of heaven holds. Guitar songs for a faithful soul, more beautiful than gold. Every string a prayer ascending, every chord a grace descending. Guitar songs, the faithful singing to the God who keeps on listening. Guitar songs for a faithful soul, evening worship, making broken whole. Just pick up the guitar, play it for him. There's a stretch of road outside of town nobody seems to know, where the sunset hits the asphalt and the whole highway starts to glow. Like God himself took amber paint and poured it on the ground, and made the ordinary road the most sacred thing around. We discovered it by accident one autumn evening drive, when the GPS went silent and we just stayed alive. On the beauty of the moment, Lord, the road was on fire. when the road glows and sunset by. Lord, take us higher. When the road glows in sunset love, it's the fingerprint of God above, touching everything with amber gold, making new what once was old. When the road glows in sunset love, two hearts lifted to the God above, driving through the glory hand in hand. When the road glows in sunset love, so grand. She pressed her palm against the window glass to feel the warmth, and said, God's doing something with the evening. This is more than norm. And I agreed and let the silence hold us in its place, while the glowing road revealed the evidence of grace. Every road has ordinary miles and miles of plain, but God saves a few for glory. He saves a few for rain. Of liquid gold and amber, Lord, a love-lit burning show. When the road glows in sunset love, we know. When the road glows in sunset love, it's the fingerprint of God above, touching everything with amber gold, making new what once was old. When the road glows in sunset love, two hearts lifted to the God above, driving through the glory hand in hand. When the road glows in sunset love, you've been driving on a dark road, wondering if the light will show. Just hold on, God's sunset's coming, the road is going to start to glow. With His love and with His mercy, with His fingerprint and grace. When the road glows in sunset love, you'll know you're in His place. When the road glows in sunset love, God is painting from above. Cradled to the road, a golden road, His love on every hill. When the road glows in sunset love, lace our boots before the evening falls too deep, and walk the old dirt road before the fireflies sleep. The sky is turning colors that no painter could create, and we walk in quiet holiness, unhurried, never late. She slips her hand in mine and bows her head a little low, and starts to whisper prayers into the amber glow. I listen with my spirit, matching hers with mine, prayers whispered on a country road, deeply divine. Prayers whispered on a country road. Lord, receive this humble evening hope of two hearts walking, carrying nothing but your name through the golden dusk, through every joy and pain. Prayers whispered on a country road, rise to heaven, lighter than the load of anything the world could ever bring. Prayers whispered on a country road, offering. She prays for all the children and the ones who've gone astray. She prays for her own mother and the words she didn't say. She prays for something simple, Lord, just keep us in your will. And the country road receives it in the amber sacred still. He prays for strength to love her better than his nature bends. He prays for the humility to ask forgiveness when it ends. Wrong every time he's wrong, Lord, and he prays for holy grace. Prayers whispered on a country road, face to face with your face. Prayers whispered on a country road, Lord, receive this humble evening ode of two hearts walking, carrying nothing but your name through the golden dusk, through every joy and pain. Prayers whisper on a country road, rise to heaven, lighter than the load of anything the world could ever bring. Prayers whispered on a country. Didn't come from money, and they didn't come from town. They came from where the faith is simple and the roots run deep and down into the soil of generations, and grandmamas who prayed, papas who read the Bible by the lamp before they laid their heads down on the pillow, and that faith ran in their veins like the creek that runs through autumn, through the drought and through the rains. And when those two met under the same country faith sky, two souls guided by country faith. Two souls guided by country faith, walking side by side through every stray. Not by sight, but by the word they hold. Not by silver, not by earthly gold. Two souls guided by country faith, through the sunrise and the evening late. God's the compass, love's the road they share. Two souls guided by country faith, right there. Country faith isn't complicated, It's the kind that holds when the doctor gives bad news and when the winter cold unfolds. It's the faith of daily living, of the ordinary grace, of a couple kneeling together in their consecrated place. She trusts the God she cannot see through every changing field. He leans on the one who planted every harvest in the yield. And together guided, walking, never walking blind, two souls guided by country faith, the finest kind. Give me country faith, the real kind, not the kind that needs a stage. Give me country faith, the deep kind, written on a weathered page of a Bible passed through families, of a God who always stays, two souls guided by country faith. Two souls guided by country faith, walking together through every stray, the kind that holds forever,
Some loves are fair weather, bright and easy in the sun, but they scatter like the dry leaves when the harder miles come. But this love, Lord, this love has traveled every kind of road, the smooth ones and the broken ones, the light and heavy load. Through the desert highways and the mountain passes steep, through the midnight roads of grief, where the promises we keep feel like climbing rather than just walking side by side. The love that travels every road, Lord, what a ride. Love that travels every road, one that God alone bestowed. Through the sunshine and the storms it holds, through the heat and through the cold. A love that travels every road, never drops the precious golden load of a covenant made under heaven's eye. A Lord that travels every road high. She married him not knowing where the road
roads were going to go. He married her with faith enough to let the Lord just show the way. And every turning point has proved the same sweet truth. A love that travels every road needs God as living proof. They've driven through the mountains of Montana in July, and they've driven through the flatlands when they couldn't even cry anymore. And yet they kept on driving side by side. A love that travels every road, the greatest kind of ride. Don't marry someone for the easy roads. Marry someone who will carry loads when the map runs out and the phone goes dead and the only light is Jesus up ahead. A love that travels every road together through the summer and the stormy weather is the love that God designed in the covenant between His lines. A love that travels every road, God holding us through every load. Every road together, His love holds. Nobody told them that the road of love was gonna be short. Nobody promised them the easy miles or a simple sort of life. They came in knowing that the road was gonna ask for everything they had inside, and they rose up to the task. Devotion is a word that's bigger than the world allows. It lives beyond the feelings and beyond the wedding vows. It lives in the decision made at sunset every night. I'm gonna love you harder, Lord, I'm gonna get this right. The long road of sweet devotion, deeper than the deepest ocean, stretching out beyond what eyes can see, two hearts bound for sweet eternity. The long road of sweet devotion, filled with God's most sacred motion, of a love that doesn't quit when the miles get long. The long road of sweet devotion, strong. 40 years have carved the lines deeper in His faithful face. 40 years have filled her heart with an irreplaceable grace. And the long road of devotion winds behind them like a song that only couples who have walked it know, and they belong to a rare and beautiful society of those who chose to stay upon the long road when the easy option rose, to give up and turn back, but they kept their faces forward. The long road of sweet devotion, Lord, rewarded. Sweet devotion isn't sweet because it's easy. Sweet devotion is sweet because it's real. Every mile of the long road, earned and chosen, is the sweetest thing that two hearts ever feel. Long road walkers, God sees every step. Long road lovers, God has never slept on the promises He made to those who stay. The long road of sweet devotion pays. The long of sweet devotion, miles behind, God's sweet motion. Together His long road. Two voices, two hearts, two lives heading down the same road, with the evening sky above them and the blessing of His word. She carries the melody, he carries the bass, and together they make music in this God-breathed open space. The highway stretches golden in the evening dying light, and the harmony between them fills the cab from left to right. A love song and a gospel in the same sweet breath. Harmony of love on the highway of faith. Harmony of love on the highway of faith. Two voices rising up to fill the sacred space between the earth and heaven on this open road. Harmony of love, the most beautiful ode that two hearts in the sunset ever raised to Him. Harmony of love as the light grows dim. Lord, hear our song from the highway tonight. Harmony of love in the fading light. He doesn't always hit the notes exactly where they go, but she says, baby, it's the heart that makes the music flow. And the Lord agrees, receiving every off-key note that comes from hearts that mean the words they sing and quote. The highway is their concert hall, the sunset is their stage, and the harmony they built together Lord, through every age of their love is still the finest music either's known. Harmony of love on the highway of faith going home. God created harmony, the universe sings, from the atoms to the planets to the humming of the strings. And the greatest human harmony that heaven gets to hear is the love song of two faithful hearts year after year. Highway of faith, keep singing. Harmony of love, keep ringing through the sunset and the dark of night. Harmony of love, God's delight. Harmony of love on the highway of faith. Two voices, one road, God's amazing grace. Harmony of love, love, faith, His road. They'd been through the longest night that either could recall, when the dawn broke over faithful hearts. It broke through it all. The gray gave way to rose, and then to gold, and then to blue. And God said, I am still here, I am still making things new. He'd sat up watching through the dark, with nothing but his knees on the floor, and nothing but the word and desperate pleas. And she had wept beside him in the silent early hours, and the dawn broke over faithful hearts, restoring all its powers. Dawn breaking over faithful hearts. Lord, you've loved us from the very start. Through the night we didn't think would end, you were there around every bend. Dawn breaking over faithful hearts. Every morning beautiful and fresh it starts. The proof that God is faithful, God is true. Dawn breaking over faithful hearts, brand new. It wasn't just the morning after one hard night alone. It was a dawn after a season when the faith was barely known. But they held each other, and they held to what they knew. And the dawn broke over faithful hearts. God came through. She said, I knew it, Lord, I knew you wouldn't leave us here. He said, I almost doubted, Lord, forgive me for my fear. And the dawn said, I forgive you. Watch the gold begin to pour. Dawn breaking over faithful hearts forevermore. Whatever night you're walking through, whatever dark has covered you, hold on, the dawn is coming, friend. God's faithfulness will never end. Faithful hearts that wait upon Him we'll see the morning rise, and when dawn breaking over faithful hearts is where the next great chapter starts. Dawn breaking over faithful hearts, new mercies, where God's morning starts. Dawn breaking over faithful hearts, new mercies, where God's morning starts. Hayon always comes for faithful hearts. I've seen the road God chose for us, and it wasn't what I'd planned. I'd planned a wider, smoother one, more glory, more of grand. But God chose the narrow, winding one that went through the unknown, and turned out to be the most beautiful road I've ever known. Because it led me to the valley where I needed to become a better man, a humbler man, before the road was done. And in that valley, Lord, I found her walking the same way, on the road God chose for our love, on the very same day. Chose for our love wasn't paved by anything above the ordinary, the broken, the real. But Lord, it's everything I feel. The road God chose for our love led us under sunset, stars above, finally meet. The road God chose for our love, complete. She had her own road that God chose before mine and hers crossed, and she'll tell you that the detours nearly left her feeling lost. But every mile of her road shaped the woman that I found, on the road God chose for our love, on holy ground. And now when we look back across the miles we came to hear, we can trace the hand of God. The route is crystal clear. Every heartbreak was a redirect, every loss a lead. The road God chose for our love, everything we need. The road God chose for our love wasn't paved by anything above the ordinary, the broken, everything I feel. The road God chose for our love led us under sunset, stars above, to the place where two souls finally meet. The road God chose for our love. Trust the road God chose, even when it doesn't make sense now. Trust the road God shows, He's working on the when and how. Every detour is intentional, every valley has its crown. The road God chose for your love is leading somewhere beautiful. Sit down and trust the drive, the road, the sunset ahead. The road God chose for our love is godly. The road God chose for our love. Every mile from up above, the road God chose this road. Trust every mile. Not every road is ordinary. Some were made for love. For the sunset drive with the window down and the hand in the glove of another hand that fits like it was made, because it was made by the God who creates the romantic just because He is love, and love needs roads to travel and explore. And He paved some roads specifically for hearts that would adore each other in the golden glow of heaven's setting sun. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light, beautifully done. She leans her head against my arm. The road is long but full of charm, and God is in the light above. This is the road, this is the love. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Lord, You made this evening and this night for two hearts who chose to drive together through the golden and the stormy weather. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Every mile, Lord, feels exactly right. When the sunset's burning overhead and the road of love goes where God said. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. We've taken every road the map could offer us to find. The ones that hide behind the billboard, the ones that blow your mind with the beauty of the ordinary fields and hills and streams, and the sun descending, Lord, beyond our wildest dreams. And she says, every romantic road we travel seems to lead back to You somehow, like every beautiful road creed. It's written with a signature that only you could sign. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light, all thine. She leans her head against my arm. The road is long but full of charm, and God is in the light above. This is the road, this is the love. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Lord, you made this evening and this night for two hearts who chose to drive together through the golden and the stormy weather. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Every mile, Lord, feels exactly right. When the sunset's burning overhead and the road of love goes where God said. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. I don't want the city road with its noise and its rush. I want the romantic road with the evening hush, where the only sound is crickets and the engine warm, and her voice beside me, love, in its purest form. Beneath heaven's light, where the sunset paints the sky, and the romantic road reveals the sacred Lord. Oh my, this is everything you meant for love to be. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light, her and me. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Lord, you made this evening and this night for two hearts who chose to drive together through the golden and the stormy weather. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Every mile, Lord, feels exactly right. When the sunset's burning overhead and the road of love goes where God said. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light. Romantic roads beneath heaven's light.